Hello everyone. Hi, it is Wednesday, the 4th of December. Here in Australia, it is just gone 12 o'clock midday, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys today. Today is the once a month video that I'm doing with a scrapbooking focus. So I'm calling it my Scrapbooking Spotlight, and each month I'm hoping to share something a little bit different with you. The other reason that I do this is because every second month I have a scrapbooking class. And so I'd be sitting down and making projects for classes anyway. I have one tomorrow. So it makes sense for me to video that process because it's kind of like I'm able to share it with a lot more people, and I'm still able to, so it's a way of actually doing my classwork, getting ready, my layouts, all that kind of stuff, but actually sharing it with you as a live so that I can actually double dip, if you like. It's serving two purposes. So I hope that makes sense to everyone what I'm doing. Hey, Maureen. Hi, Judy. Hello, Linda. Maureen, how are you going? You going well? Are you a scrapbooker? I'm wondering how many of you guys that watch are actually scrapbookers, or people who do scrapbooking kind of activities from time to time. And there are a lot of different kinds of scrapbooking. Okay, so some people are traditional 12 by 12 scrapbookers. Before I did Stampin' Up and before I did cards, I was a scrapbooker. So that's where my journey started. No, you're a card maker, Maureen. So you're just watching to see what it's all about. Is that right? Anybody else watching who does like to scrapbook? Sometimes, like I said, there are different kinds. So I was always the traditional 12 by 12 kind, but a lot of people now just scrapbook other types. So there's 6 by 6 albums, there's 6 by 8 albums, there's 8.5 by 11 albums, which are like US letter size, which are similar to A4, just a little bit wider and a little bit shorter, but very similar. There's a lot of different kinds. You can also use journals and scrapbook in a journal. In fact, we have a couple of journals in our kits that are great for doing a little bit of scrapbooking. There's the Look Back kit, which I think is currently unavailable, but coming back in. It's the pink one with the gold dots, really, really pretty. And then the other one is the travel one. What's that one called? I forget what that one's called, but there's a travel one as well. So there's a couple of different types of journals. They're ideal for smaller photos. So, there's been a bit of a Polaroids are kind of made a comeback in the last couple of years, and those kind of smaller journals with the lines and everything, those are great to use your Polaroid photos in. So that's a bit of fun. You're hoping to start scrapbooking. You've never done it before. Right, then you'll like what I'm doing today, because today we are going to go with one of our workshop scrapbooking kits. And what that means is they come as a kit with everything in it that you need to actually get started. All your papers there, designer series paper, your cardstock, there's stickers, there's add-ons and other bits and pieces. And I'll take you through one of our kits. This is a kit that I'm using tomorrow in my scrapbooking class, and I'm hoping to help the girls. And I have told them, but I'm going to have to remind them in case they've forgotten, that it is a snow theme. And you're thinking, snow theme, it's December, what are you doing? Because we all have photographs, right? From ages and ages ago, maybe years, that we're waiting to scrapbook. And I'm actually going to be scrapbooking a couple of my photos from 9 years ago when I went to the US and spent Christmas and New Year with my new family. So I'm going to take you through those. Let's switch over to the desk and see what we can find. Okay. Hey, Dolores. Oh, hey, Roz. Hi. You're not a scrapbooker, but you'd like to learn. Then you'll love these kits, okay? Because the kits are really the perfect place to start. But if you're a little bit more experienced and you have, you know what you're doing with scrapbooking, you'll still enjoy these because they do have everything, and everything coordinates. Okay, so this one is one of our less expensive ones. The most expensive we have was one I showed you a couple of months ago, which was the Autumn Days kit. And that one is actually in the Last Chance products and is marked down. This is a couple of pages I did with that. You might remember these. I should zoom out a little bit because the 12 by 12 pages need a little bit more room. So so this was one that I did enjoying the last days of summer. I don't know if you can see that there. And these are stickers and pieces. The big circle is a die cut piece from this set. And this is actually a tree in front of my sister-in-law's yard. And so this was a nice way to celebrate those autumn kind of pictures. This is her front porch. looking out towards the tree. And then this is also in their yard as well. So I did, and they have a lot of deer around their place. So I thought that was appropriate. And that's a sticker from the kit as well. So these papers are all in the kit. And like I said, everything coordinates. So this one's a good one if you've been looking. It was $74 here in Australia to buy this particular kit. It's marked down to $44. So if you've got autumn photos or and I think that's what I would do when it comes to, we have a whole bunch of scrapbooking workshop kits, okay? Have a look at your photos. Say to yourself, okay, what kind of photos do I have and what do I want to? For example, there's a Halloween kit. Now, you might not do Halloween, but you might have some Halloween photos of the kids that you want to actually scrapbook. So that would be a good kit to get, for example, okay? Now, not all the workshop kits are on sale, but this particular, the autumn one, is in the last chance sale, which started yesterday. So, yeah. Now, the nice thing also about these kits is they do have matching stamp sets. Those are optional. You don't have to get them. This one has one. That autumn one I just showed you has an optional stamp set, and it's called Autumn to Remember, and this is that one. Okay, and I have used this on my scrapbooking pages because I think it's really nice having some nice big greetings. These work really well on scrapbooking pages. Crisp autumn days, bountiful blessings, and then you've got some other little stamps and things that you could cut out. So you can really start using your imagination and go way outside just the kit as it comes, okay? So let's have a look at this kit. This one is called Snow Days, as you can see right there. We did miss you yesterday, Margaret. Nice to have you here today. How's everything going? How's the house sale going? How you doing? All right. So you can see that these scrapbooking workshop kits make 3 double layouts, okay? And it shows you this is 1, the one here at the top. There's 2, this one here, and there's 3, okay? So I'm just going to hold them a little bit closer up. You can see the number 3. This one looks like it's on garden green cardstock, but that's actually DSP, and I'll show it to you in a minute. This one's on white, okay? And this one's on Pool Party, okay? Now, I bought plenty of Pool Party to go with this because one of the advantages of the new scrapbooking focus that we have since the Close to My Heart girls came on board is that we now we've now got the resurgence of more 12 by 12 cardstock. So good. Because for a long time there, all we had was the color family packs, like the neutrals, the regals, the brights, the subtles, and also the in colors, okay? And so I've been buying a lot of in color cardstock for the last couple of years in packs just so I'd have enough to run classes with. But now we have solid color packs again. So there, for example, I bought, let me grab it. I bought a pack of Pool Party to go with this. I also always keep white to go with this. So here's my white, basic white that you could, we've always been able to get this in a 12 by 12 pack. And then this is the Pool Party 12 by 12. But the nice thing about these ones that have come on over are that they are 2-tone. So the white obviously is just white, but the 2-tone cardstock is 2 tones of different color. And the Pool Party, I have to say the Pool Party is not particularly noticeable because it's a lighter color, but just to show you, I'll pull one out. All right, so can you see that it is a little bit lighter than the back? Okay, so you've got like a darker Pool Party here and a lighter Pool Party here. Okay, that's front and back of the paper. So you have a choice which side you want to use, which I think is good. All right, so I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to put my white to one side, and I'm going to show you what's in the pack before we do anything else. Okay, so here in this pack, they come in a Ziploc bag. I keep everything in the Ziploc bag because it's handy just to store it in. Okay, and then you can see now this is the same as the Snow Days packet of paper that is in the mini catalogue. So let me show you this. So the scrapbooking workshop kits are not in the mini catalogue because the mini catalogue print run was made long before we even knew that that Close to My Heart was going to be coming over. But if you look down here at the Snowy Scenes suite on page 33, you'll see that we have this beautiful paper. And this is the same paper in the scrapbooking pack. The only difference is if you buy this paper that's in the catalogue, it does not come with stickers. You can, however, buy it as a pack with the stickers in the online store. Okay, so if you go to the online store, you have the option of buying the paper just like this without the stickers, or you can buy it A little bit more expensive to buy it, but it has the stickers as well. Okay, so, oh my goodness, Margaret, that's such good news. Hooray. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's really good news. Now the hard work begins, right? We'll all hold our breath until that, until all the contracts exchange and all that stuff, because that's the scary stage. I know. I've been there, done that. I know exactly how that is. All right, so I wanted to show you that you have options with this. There is also the Snowy Wonder stamp set. I don't have this one. Today I was wishing I did, because I would really like to use this snowflake with this scrapbooking kit. And I think that would have been really nice. There are scrapbooking, there are snowflake stickers, but if I'm running a class, that's not enough. So I would like some stamps so I can pad out the number of snowflakes that I can have. There's also a little snowflake. So there's a big one, a little one, and even a tiny, tiny one. So 1, 2, 3. There's also some little like dottage splotches there, and those are really cute. There's little trees, and so this is a really cute set that you could add into this kit if you wanted to. I'm just going to bring it up closer, because I've zoomed out so we can see my desk, but you can see what's there. And also there are like snow dome shapes, snow globes, and all the other bits and pieces to cut out these. So these are a nice little thing to get if you like these. Now, let me just double check, because I have a funny feeling some of these things are in the last chance products, but I want to double check for you before I tell you that. So if you search snowy scenes, or just the word snowy, yes. So the bundle is on last chance, and the stamp set is last chance, and the dies are last chance. So these are all retiring. Okay, so just so you know that I don't have them, but you know what I do have out of this whole thing, because I couldn't help myself? I have this. This is the Pool Party Pom-Pom ribbon. I adore this ribbon. It is gorgeous. And can I just tell you that if you like pom-pom ribbon and just fun kind of ribbon, that's a really, really cool thing. Oh, not the price you wanted? That's not good. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope, though, that that you'll be happy with your decision at the end of the day, that you'll be able to move on and know that. Yeah, I have heard that Sydney prices were dropping a little bit in the current market. I had heard that in Melbourne too, I believe. I'm not sure about other states. I think other states not so much, but Melbourne and Sydney prices have dropped a bit. I live outside of Sydney. Our prices have actually gone up here, but I think that's also a reflection of the market, because we're still cheaper than Sydney. But anyway, that's just a whole other. Sydney and Australian property prices are crazy, don't you think? They're just crazy, crazy. All right. So I'm going to go through this paper with you. You can see we've got our snow globes, and they're super cute, right? And then on the back, we've got snowflakes. I like the snowflakes. These are good. I'd like to use these today. And then this one's just little houses and stuff. And I really love this paper because I'm a sucker for little houses. I don't know why. I just love them. But here's our instructions. If you have a look here, I don't know if you can see. Actually, I'll turn to one that's inside. It'll be bigger. Where is it? Here. Okay. Can you see this one here of a family in their Christmas? See if I can get it on. Oh, let me turn the light on. See if that helps. Oh, that's better. Goodness me. And you can see that this is not garden green. That's actually pattern paper now. All right. So this one, they've actually used this with the little houses and some snowflakes and things for a family Christmas picture. And I thought that's really great, because you've got the idea of, a family home, and then you've got your family, with Santa, and they're in their Christmas jammies and Christmas jumpers, sweaters, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Margaret. All right. So that's the front of that one. Then on the back of that one, so these are all double-sided. You've got little candy canes. They're actually red. It's a bit hard to see further away. And then we've got our holly. So you could make these Christmas themed, but you don't have to. You can stick with the sides that are not so Christmassy. I mean, the candy canes are kind of Christmassy, and the holly is kind of Christmassy, but I'm thinking that the snowflakes are just snow to me. They don't have to be Christmassy. And then what else do we have? This one is really nice with the garden green dots. They're actually, if you look closely, they're little, like little crosses, but you have to get in pretty close to see that. And then that's just, this is a specialty paper that, sorry, what they're calling this one exclusive paper, which means this one does not come in the Snowy Scenes DSP that you get in the catalogue. This one is exclusive to the kit. This one with the dots, 2 of those, and this one with little pull putty triangles. Those 2 are single-sided, and those are exclusive papers that are only in the kit, okay? Then you've got your stickers. I love the stickers. Look, we do have some nice little snowflakes there. And I'm looking at this and thinking I probably have enough because I've actually got a pack of stickers outside of this. I've got a second pack of stickers. There's a journaling block here, a nice big sticker that says memories that looks great on all the pages. They've used it on this page here, this one. Can you see the memories there? And then, you know, we've got some strips here of, these are sticker sheets. And you can have like a sticker strip, that's hard to say, of little snowflakes. Okay, so these are really cool. Once you get past that, these are like little place card holders. So that if you don't have, so this is for your 4x6 photos. If you don't have your photos ready to go, you haven't chosen them yet, you could go ahead and use these and put them in to add your photos later. Okay, so there's a bunch of the 4x6 ones. There's some 3x3s, some little ones, 3x4s, and then some more 3x4s. And then we have some, we have a couple of 4x4s. Okay, so these are so you can go ahead and do your scrapbooking even when you don't have your photos. And that's, I think it's a really cool idea because it kind of helps you know where everything needs to go. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Below this, we have our cardstock. So we've got several sheets of white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of white, and then I have 2 sheets of, actually there's 6, oh no, that's right, this is the backing piece. All right, 2 sheets of Pool Party, and that is the double-sided, see the two-tone. Okay, so that's what's in a kit, and that's what's in this particular kit. All the kits are a little bit different, but I'm going to be using quite a bit of this kit today. Now this pack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6 sheets. Okay, so it's not the full pack of DSP. But let me find this. When you order the full pack of DSP, if you're ordering it from the catalogue, you're just going to get the DSP. If you order it online and you pay that little bit extra, you also get a sheet of stickers. All right, so that is the Snow Day sticker sheet that we looked at a moment ago. So I've got an extra one of those, and I've got some more snowflakes on there. All right, now this is the DSP as per the catalogue, and you'll see it's got some extra sheets in it. So because this is a pack of 12, so this one is not in the pack in the workshop kit. I like those ones. Those would be fun to cut out, even if you don't have the dies. You could just cut them out by hand, and they make really fun cards. Aren't they cute? Wouldn't that be nice for cards? I love those. Okay, there's that. Oh, now I've messed it up, taken it out. Oh, and what's on the back? Let's see. Okay, that's nice. It's like a petal pink snowflake background. Super cute. All right, then I have this one, which has got little snowmen. Okay, and on the back of that one, if I pull one out, I might as well pull out all of them. This has got like a crooked plaid. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I want to straighten it up. Anyone else feel like that too? I feel like it's wibbly wobbly. And then we've got some penguins. The penguins are cute. My son used to love penguins. He was penguin obsessed, I would say. In fact, to the point that I knitted him a penguin beanie one Christmas. Very cute. He loved it, but it didn't last too long because he trashed it. But anyway, these little penguins, and on the back of the penguins, we have some little trees. I'm deciding what color this is. I think it's pumpkin pie and petal pink, but I am not 100% sure. We'll check the back in a second and see the colors. And then we're actually going to get going. Okay, so I promise I won't just be looking at the kit the whole time. This one's really nice. I love that. That's with the stripes on the back. And the stripes are a bit wibbly wobbly as well, but I don't mind them as much as the tartan. And then we've got the houses, which we had in the other pack with the candy canes. And is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right. So we do have some extra pieces in the standalone pack of paper. Okay. Or the standalone pack of paper and DSP. All right. So you get a few choices. All right. So I'm going to put that to one side. And I'm going to put these over on one side. I'm going to bring in my photos and the instructions, because the photos inevitably is where we want to start. Okay, so we've got 3 layouts, or 3 double layouts, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I've got some photos from my trip to the US when we went cross-country skiing, and I was thinking, well, those would be nice for some snow photos. I've got some photos of me looking like I know what I'm doing. I had no idea. I seriously had no idea. I like this one better because I'm looking a little bit dubious, and that's probably how I was feeling. This is myself and my niece. Did I say niece-in-law? So my sister-in-law's daughter. And then this is with my sister-in-law, where you can see I'm carefully trying not to fall over in that picture. And then once again, trying not to fall out. Oh, this is with my brother-in-law, so my sister-in-law's husband, and we went on the snow sled. And then here we are. I'm looking a bit worried in that photo as well. And this one I really like, because I like this photo. I think I want to use this one. I like how the snow is sort of hanging here in these trees, and I'm, looking off into the middle of nowhere, and I look happy. So I think I want to use that one. I like this one. All right, so what you want to do first of all is gather your photos, okay, and work out whether you're going to do all of the layouts. We're not doing them all today. It would probably take, I reckon you'd have them all done in a couple of hours. I'm only going to do one, and I'm spending an hour or so with you, but I'm just going to do one, and I'm picking whichever layout I like, and then we can change it up how we feel. I like these two. I like the way we've got a portrait photo and then a smaller landscape, or a portrait photo and a smaller square photo. Can you see that? So over here it tells you, if you wanted to do all the layouts, how many photos you would need, whether they should be portrait or landscape, and the size of the photos. 1 3x3, 2 3x4 in portrait, 2 3x4, 4 actually, 3x4s in landscape, 2 4x4 pictures, and 2 each for these 2 layouts, so 4 4x6. So it's telling you what size photos they have used in these. Now, do you have to use the same? Of course not. Of course you do not. All right, you can do whatever you like. But I really like this layout here. I think this is really nice. I like this word memories. So I'm deciding whether I want to include that. I'm thinking maybe not. I like this one. And I like the fact there's a bit of journaling here, like an extra block. Can you see that? So if I turn over here, so this is layout number 2. So let me go to where in here. Okay, this is layout number 2. That's the one on the left-hand side. So it says here left-hand page. And then this is the one on the right-hand side. This is the one I particularly like. So this is the one I want to play with today. Now, with my girls tomorrow, we'll probably end up getting through a double layout. We'll probably do both. Plus, we have another scrapbook page to do, the one I did last month with you for this particular video. And you can go back and watch that one if you like. That was the one we used, I did with the flip-flaps and the Mexico photos. So I really do like this. I think this is nice. And I think this will work really well with my photos. So I've got one portrait photo here, which is this one that I want to use. And then I've got one down here that's 3x4. Or if I wanted to, they've got one here that's 4x4. So I can decide how big I want it to be based on, but I like this layout. So I want to go with this layout. So I'm going to pick a photo that works well. That one I could cut down to 4x4 quite easily. And that one as well. So I'm thinking one of these two would be good. So this is my sister-in-law, Tabitha. That's her name. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, will I zoom in? Yeah, I will zoom in just a little bit. And then we can always zoom out again when we get onto our 12x12 bit, which will be in a moment. Give me a second. All right, so I'm going to use one of these two. I'm actually thinking maybe the further away one. I like this further away one. And I don't want to lose all the trees, because look how nice these pine trees are with the snow on them. Aren't they cool? I know. These are old now, so I feel like it's a really long time ago. But I'm thinking I might go with a 4x4 so I can keep some of these trees here. And this is already 4 inches this way, so I just need to cut it down this way. So let me bring in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut this photo down. So I'm going to start with this side because I don't want to cut too much. I want to have a bit of this tree. So let me start there and then put this on the 4-inch. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. All right, so that's a 4x4 photo now, and I rather like it. That looks good. All right, so these are going to end up on my scrapbooking page. I like the fact that they give you some ideas for how to manage different sizes. And now I can make this piece smaller if I want to, rather than having it this side, or I could go more with what they've done here, which is they just had the 2 photos. They didn't have a journaling block. They just had some lettering down the bottom. And of course, when it comes to lettering, you can use a label or a sticker, but you can also go to your dies, your alphabet dies, and say whatever you want to say, or there's a matching stamp set. And I could have the words Snow Day, which are nice and bold. These are great for scrapbooking, or Wonderland. I think Wonderland is and Magical Moments. Those 2. There's also a What Fun. These are great for your snow photos. So, you would be able to use these on any snowy kind of a page. Okay, so, yeah, thank you. I like the photos too. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of these photos, I'm actually going to put them inside the Ziploc bag with the kit because I'll be using them again for another. That's what I do with them usually. And then I get to make another decision. Okay, they've done this on white. Should I stick with the white or should I make that pool party? If I make it pool party, then this piece that's going across the middle, which is also pool party, actually, if you look closely, it's actually got a bit of pattern on it. So that's a bit of pattern paper. So it would still show up, or should I just stick with the white? That is the question. So I've got to decide. Now, can I adjust the 4x4 if you want more of the scenery? Yes, of course. Yep, absolutely. You can have this any size you like. You can see here they've used a 3x4. So they've cut that down a little bit more. So if I wanted to, I could have made this, and I could cut this off a little bit too because this is just snow down here in the front, and I could make that a 3x4. So if I decided I'm going to make it a 3x4 or 3.5, maybe I'll just take a little bit off it. Let's try taking, see, that might be better. I don't want to take too much off it. I think that's enough. So there we go. I've just taken a little bit off this photo. So this shows you how you would go about adjusting different size photos for the one page. So let's go back and have a little look. There is a cutting guide. And this is really cool. In these scrapbooking kits, it says getting started. Gather all your materials needed, and it tells you back here on what you're going to need. The materials needed are showed here. The scrapbooking workshop kit, pool party ink, blending brushes, stamp and seal, or whatever adhesive you like, a paper trimmer, and paper snips. That's what it tells you that you need. Right down here where it says supplies or materials needed. Okay, and then the photos. So what you're going to do is gather your photos and your supplies that are listed here. Super cool if you're getting started and you're not sure what you need, right? Then you check the cut orientation for each cutting diagram. Okay, this will show you how to cut the paper. So there are cutting diagrams here that show you exactly what to do. I love that. Don't you love that? Okay, so it shows me how to cut, the piece of paper that's got the holly on it. It tells me how to cut that. Okay, and then the back of it is the stripy paper, and then there's some more here. So there's some untrimmed paper here that you can also use. And if I turn back to my pictures, you can see they've used, a whole sheet of DSP here. And you can do that, but I'm not. I'm using this one. So did we decide whether we wanted... I look so happy in these pictures. Yeah, my life was in a very good place. And it's a while ago now. So I'm definitely... I look younger because I am. So this was beginning of 2016. In fact, this was either New Year's Day or the day after New Year's Day. I think it was New Year's Day. And we went skiing. So, and I'd never been cross-country skiing in my life before. And funny story, when we went down a couple of like very small inclines, nothing very scary because it was mostly flat, but I just could not get down an incline, and I was, you know, pushing, trying to get my skis to go down the hill, and they kept sticking. Turned out my skis hadn't been waxed, and I didn't know that cross-country skis have to be waxed before you go cross-country skiing, and turns out the ones I was using were not. So, all right, you think pool party? Okay, Maureen, let's grab it. I've got plenty of it. So I'm going to grab a piece of pool party. All right, now I've got the dark and I've got the light. I'm actually thinking maybe the light might be better. So I'm going to go with that, especially if you're going to stamp on it, because then it's going to stand out more. Okay, but apart from the fact that we're going with pool party instead of white, we're still going to follow the same sheet. So I find, even though there are cutting guides that tell you how wide the paper should be and all that kind of stuff, I really love the fact that you can just look at the pictures and cut them accordingly. Okay, so I can see there is a 2.5 by 12 piece of this holly paper, and then a 1.5 by 12 piece of the next one down. So this is the 2.5, this is the 1.5. Okay, and then there's also this piece of it's not actually on this sheet. It's, where is it? We're looking at the papers. Nope, nope, nope. Looking for the paper. Oh, I can't see it. But anyway, it's a strip of this one. Okay, and that looks to me like it's about 1 inch. Okay, so let's cut those. I've got the holly paper. Let me find that. So here's the strip of snowflake paper, this one that's in the middle here. Then we've got the holly paper, which is this one. And on the back of that is the stripy one, which is that one. So we've got front and back for these two, and then this one is a different one. So let's do those. And we know this first one from the cutting guide is 2.5. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to cut 2.5. Like so. And then I'm going to turn it over, and the next one is going to be 1.5. So this is going to be a smaller strip, because we know from the cutting guide that that's how wide they are. And then this other one is about 1 inch. I'm following the diagram rather than worrying about the instructions. I'm a visual learner, and I know a lot of us are. So I find it easier to follow a photograph with pictures like this than anything else. Now this piece that's going across here is like the little blue triangles that's in the kit, this one. But I'm wondering if that's going to be too much pool party, and whether we might be better off putting that piece across with white. I don't know. Maybe I do use this, because then I can still put my white journaling block on it. So that would make sense. All right. So this piece here goes right up against this edge. Then we have the, oh, what did I do with it? Oh my gosh, have I managed to lose a piece already? How did I do that? All right. Didn't I just cut? Didn't I just cut the snowflake paper, or did I not? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't cut that. No, I did. I did cut that. What did I do with it? Oh, it's still on the trimmer. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everyone. I tell you what, they let anyone do this job. They seriously do. So you can use tape, you can use seal, you can use whatever you want to use to glue this down. I'm starting with some seal, because I'm just going to get this stuck down as per the photo. And you can see on the photo that it's here on the right hand side. So I'm going to pop this so it matches up with the corners. And we're going to put that right to the edge, like that. And then the next one, the strip that I keep not knowing where it is. You've never done any scrapbooking. It's very rewarding, especially if you have a reason to scrapbook. So, you know, you're doing a wedding album or celebrating someone's life. And that might sound like a crazy thing to say, but, you know, 50th birthday, 50th anniversaries, or, you know, there's all sorts of reasons that you might scrapbook. I have a friend who's doing her mother passed away a few years ago, and she's doing an album for her mum with all her mum's treasured photos in it, and it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. All right, this is the next one. So you can see once you get going, it's actually a really quick process. It's getting going sometimes that's the tricky bit, because you need to do a little bit of planning and work out which page you want to do, and you work out, you know, which photos you're going to use and whether you need to cut anything off them and all those things. Those are the time wasters. But once you've got that, it's quick and easy to do. All right, so I've got my 3 strips, which are resembling these 3 strips here, okay? And it does tell you step by step to adhere those 3 pages to the right side of the window. Oh, sorry, of the white willow base. Now, white willow is the name, the close to my heart name for this white paper. We're using Pool Party instead, but that's okay. That's our choice. We can do that. And then I'm deciding, okay, adhere 2J to the card base. Now, 2J is this piece that's going across here, and I'm deciding, do I want to have a Pool Party piece or do I want to do a white piece? Is this going to be too much Pool Party, do you think? I don't think so. I think it's going to be okay. All right, so this piece, let me see if I can see how big it is meant to be. So this piece is 2J, they're calling it. All right, so let's find that piece. Go back here. Where is 2J? Here it is here. Okay, so this is the exclusive paper, and it's saying this piece here is 3 inches by 12. So the full width of the paper, but 3 inches. So I'm going to put this in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut that piece. All right, so this is the piece that's going to go across here. All right, so can you see it's showing me that this is going to be, it actually has a measurement here, 3.5 inches from the edge to the bottom of 2J, to that piece there. So that gives me a pretty good indication. So I've got on my glass mat, I have inches. Maybe I can show you maybe I zoom out so you can see this again. Give me a second. All right, so I've got, let me see if I can move this up. I just want to have, I'm trying not to put you in my lap, but I want you to be able to see the bottom of my glass mat. Hang on, let me get it straight. I'm so sorry if anyone's getting seasick right now. It's close. All right, so 3.5, 1, 2, 3.5. So that piece is meant to be right about there. Okay, so that piece is going to go from one side to the other. Also, if you're using a grid underneath your work or any kind of like mat like this, I'm going to put, so this is single-sided, some of the exclusive paper to the kit. So basically you just end up following the map of what it tells you. So from here, 1, 2, 3.5. So this is at this 8.5 inch bit. I'm making sure this is straight on my grid so that when I put it on, it's going to go straight across. And I'm going to stand up to get this right. 1, 2, 3, right here. Just lining it up as best I can. All right, it's down. There we go. All right. The white in the photos will offset the Pool Party. Yes, it will. I think it's going to be okay. I do like the lighter Pool Party against the darker. I think that was a good choice, going with the lighter one, and then we have the darker one to, you know, it's a little bit different. All right. Now it's telling us the next thing to do. So step by step, okay, blend Pool Party ink on the base page using a blending brush. Okay, so can you see there's some blending underneath these snowflakes here and some more down the bottom here. So is that where I want to have my snowflakes? Let's see, where are my photos? So this is going to go around about here, and this one is going to go, if it's the same height, around about, I'm going to have, you can also, you don't have to have them at the same height. You can have them, you know, you can offset them like this if you like. In fact, I rather like that. I think I will do that. So that then will help me decide where I want to have my snowflakes. All right. So The snowflakes they've used are in the sticker pack. You could also stamp snowflakes if you wanted to. And can you see here it says they've got little words that say bundle up. That's rather nice. I just think there are so many things you can do with this. All right, so I noticed that they have got a white mat under here. I don't know whether that's just the photos with the white, you know how you can ask for the photos to have a white border when you print them out, or whether they've actually put it on top of a white mat, but I'm going to create one because I like that idea. So let me grab some white, just some basic white cardstock. And I'm going to cut these. Now you can, so this is 3.5. So I would go a quarter, and I am using inches for scrapbooking because the pages are 12 by 12 inches. Okay, it's just easier to stay with inches for this, I think. So this is 3.5, so 3 3/4, an extra quarter of an inch is going to be how high I want it. And this is 4 inches wide, so 4 1/4 is how is the other direction. So 4 1/4 by, did I say 3 3/4? I'm pretty sure that's what I said. All right, so that's going to go there. This is going to go onto that. Looks good straight away, doesn't it? I love that look. All right, and then the other piece is going to be 4 by 6. So that means this is going to be 4 1/4 by 6. All right, so 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Whoop. Now 6 1/4 is right on this join. Okay, if you actually put your trimmer arm out, you can see the marker right there for the 6 1/4 and get it exactly in the right place. I love that when the arm comes out, you can still see these few little marks on your trimmer. It's very handy. All right, so this is going to go on here. And you know what else I like, guys? I like that we've used a pool party, and this white behind the photos is going to stand out really nicely. That actually, my photo must not be a true 6 by 4 because it's slightly longer. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit off the bottom here. I think that's better. Is that better? It's still a little bit long. Sometimes you might have to adjust them, and you know what? That's fine. All right, let's get this on. I'm using seal because it's fast. You can use any adhesive you want to use. Some people like tape for scrapbooking. You can use whatever you like. Okay, that's looking good. And these are looking good. And the next thing I'm going to do is grab myself a blending brush, and we're going to do a bit of pool party blending on our background. So who thinks, that looks pretty easy. I reckon I could do that. What are you thinking? So I've got a blending brush here and some pool party ink. So if I'm going to have these here, I would like my snowflakes. You can see I've got a snowflake kind of over the corner of this photo, and I think that would look good. Okay, snowflake there. So I've got a bit of blending behind here. So kind of in this area is where I'm going to want my blending to be. So I'm just picking up some ink straight from the ink pad, and I'm going to move that, and this is the area that I'm going to be using my blending brush. And I might do that again to get a bit more. Do check when you start doing this, if your ink pad is very inky, if it's a new pad or you haven't used it very much, it's very easy to get too much ink on. Okay, so if that happens to you, yeah, I would actually probably, I mean, I know my ink pad's okay, but I would probably like get the first bit of the ink off onto some scrap paper rather than going straight onto my finished project. All right, let's look at my picture. All right, so there's actually a bit more over here, and there's a bit more down here. So down in this area here, there's going to be another snowflake. Okay, like about there. And you can see I'm changing where these go a little bit because I kind of like the way that looks, but it's up to you. You can have them, you know, next to each other if you want to. I just like mine slightly offset. I think that looks rather good. All right, and then I think I would want my journaling block or a piece of white that I'm going to write on here in the middle. What type of adhesive is needed for photos to remain safe? Okay, interesting thing that you're asking. All right, once upon a time, there was a lot of talk about keeping your photos safe, okay, and, you know, acid-free and all the things. Things have changed, okay? If you are working with antique photos from years gone by that can never be replaced, then this is important, and you do need to work with acid-free adhesives and so forth. Now, a lot of our adhesives fall into that category. I'm trying to remember if Tombow is acid-free. Yeah, photo safe. It says right here on the back. Okay, so you could use Tombow, and it is already telling us on the back there that it's photo safe. Tape is photo safe. It's fine. Okay, so do check your adhesive to make sure that they're okay for using with photos. However, because of the advent of digital photography, photos don't have the same, you don't have to worry about the safety factor as you once did. For example, if you're working with vintage photos that have never been replaced, and you probably shouldn't be using metallics and foil and glitter, and there's a whole bunch of things that are probably not the best thing for your photos. However, because we can just go and print out more photos if we want to, I tend to worry less about those things. I just look to enjoy my scrapbooking, and I add whatever I want because I know if something happens to my photos, I can print them out again. It's changed. It's not like it used to be where you used to go down to the pharmacy and get a roll of 20 photos printed and hope that, you know, pray that one or two of them were going to be good. Now we just take a million photos with our phones and we just use the ones we love. Okay, it's totally different. You do see Michigan snow. How did you know? You are correct, Vicky. This is Michigan snow. Does it look different to snow in other places? All right, so I've got these couple of places. Now I'm actually thinking I would like to add another snowflake here. Do I want to add a bit more blending over there? Maybe. Because if you have a look here on the original, there's another snowflake here, a little one and a bigger one. All right, I am just going to quickly add a little bit more color here. It's probably not going to be terribly noticeable, but I just want to add a little bit. All right, so that's kind of on that corner where that's going to be. This is going to be about here, and I'm liking how that's looking. Okay, all right, we've used our blending. Okay, step number 4, it tells us what to do next. Okay, adhere 2K and 2M over 2J. Okay, what's 2K? Okay, that's your photos. All right, so it's saying we're ready to put our photos on now. But if you want to do any stamping, think about that before you put your photos down. For example, I've got a couple of sets that I found. People are going to be shocked. I don't have any snowflake stamps. I was thinking, I don't have any. And people who know me well would be horrified because I used to always buy the snowflake stamps because I do love snowflakes. But here in Australia, we don't have a huge need for a lot of snowflakes. However, we have one in the iconic imagery set. This one right here. And I'm going to use that one as a bit of a background snowflake. All right, so I'm going to put it on a small block, and I'm going to supplement my stickers with a bit of stamping. And because I'm using the light pool party here, which also incidentally, the light pool party also shows up your blending better as well. So I'm going to use my pool party ink again. I'm going to use my little iconic imagery stamp, and I'm going to have this one here. Oh, you can barely see it. It hardly came out. I probably need to re-ink my pool party ink pad actually, but I'm thinking that you can see them if you look carefully, but they're a bit hard to see. See, it's hard to see, isn't it? Oh, it depends on the light. Can you see it there a little bit better? And then this one, you can probably see that one a little bit better. But yeah, I certainly can re-ink those and get a better look. All right, so if I need to re-ink, and I think I will, I'm going to grab my pool party re-inker. And I'm going to, the only thing is I need to be careful I don't make them too dark. So I'm just going to re-ink my ink pad. For anyone who's never re-inked an ink pad, we're just going to dot our re-inker on. You can see it's just dotted on like that. And then what you want to do is grab a spoon or a scrapey tool or whatever you happen to have. Do I have any spoons here right now? Let me see if I do. If I don't have a spoon, it's not the end of the world. I'll use something else instead. Ha! I do have a spoon. Look, a spoon. I wasn't anticipating having to do this. Then what you do is you massage that ink you've just dotted onto your ink pad into the ink pad. Okay, so you're going to actually massage that in, because what this does is it helps distribute the ink a little bit more evenly so you don't get a blotchy stamped result. Okay, so you can see the ink is going down into the pad. It's still a bit blotchy, but that's okay. For the purpose of right now, this is fine. All right, now I'm going to stamp this on a piece of scrap just to see how dark it is. Is it scrap right here? That's better. Okay, so it's not too dark, but I am actually going to go ahead and stamp that. Now that's better. Can you see that? And then I'm going to stamp over this one as well. All right, because the other ones were so light you could barely see them. All right, I'm starting with that. I may come in and stamp some more. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue my photos down. So this is kind of the... By the stage that you get to here, like normally sticking the photos down is the scary bit, but by the time we've stuck all these other pieces in place, it kind of, you're not as scared about sticking your photos down. All right, one, and then this one is going to go right about there. Okay, they're on. They're down. All right, now let's see. What does it say next? We've adhesed them. We've glued them down. We've stuck them down. It says, do not use adhesive along the top of... Oh, okay, I messed this up. Do not use... I should have read this first. Do not use adhesive along the top of this photo, because that's where they're suggesting that the sticker is going to be stuck in. That bundle up sticker is going to go right there. Okay, so, and this one also, you can... But you know what? I've actually not stuck it down very hard, and I could still put that in place. So let's have a look at our stickers. I'm going to grab those out. Okay, stickers, here they are. All right, let's see. Now we could use any of the stickers here. The one that they used there was bundle up. Okay, and then they put it right here. Now guess what? Mine actually does lift up enough because I didn't go super close to the corner, so it's okay. I've got my piece there, and then this little piece here can go right here, like that. All right, starting to come together. Yes, what are you thinking? All right, adhere the pink stickers above 2K to the right of 2M. Yep. Okay, done that. I'm placing them slightly under the photos. Yes, we did. Adhere the snowflake stickers. Adhere, which is our next step, and then adhere the white piece for your journaling. Now I've got a snowflake here, so I'm not going to put this white piece too close to that, or I will lose that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a couple of these. So maybe one of these. Now you can put this straight on if you like. And it's going into an album, so you don't need to have height and dimension. But if you want them to have height and dimension, here's a little trick. Give me a second. So that's sticky on the back there, right? Give me a second. Let me just find my embossing buddy. If you go over the back of a sticker with embossing, with your embossing buddy, you will take the stickiness off it. Okay, so now this is no longer sticky. So I can put dimensionals behind that if I want. Right, it's a good little tip to remember. I'm going to pop that so it just goes over the edge of that photo, like so. All right, and then they use. I'm pretty much copying like what they did. I could do the same with this and have that one up as well, or I can just stick it straight down. Doesn't really matter. So let's see. I want to have that going a little bit over my label. Right, that looks cute. And then there's another one down here. So I'm thinking I might go with a, and they've got another one up the top as well. So they've got another one up here, and then one right about here. I'm going to take the back of this and I'm going to dimensional this one as well. Because if you don't take the sticky off, and then the corners, which are still sticky, will stick down and would look weird. You'd have dimensionals behind all of it, and then the corners will stick down. So it won't be even. Oh, that's okay, Lani. All right. Okay, this is coming together. Now, what's going to really make this pop, I think, though, is this journaling piece. All right, so let me see if they told us how big that should be. I mean, to me, it looks like the same size as this 3x4, so it's probably going to be around about the same size. But white willow, that's white willow paper, and that's what this is as well. Also, white willow cardstock. So they've got a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is for all your mats and things. So all the quarter ones are the mats for behind your photos. But I'm looking to see if there was any. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and just cut ourselves one. We've got some white cardstock here, so I'm just going to go with that. So this one is the same width, or no, a little bit shorter. Let me see. That's the same width. And I'm thinking I will put this piece, it's got a little mark on it. Let me measure this. So this is 4 1/4. So let's make this 3 1/4. So it makes it the same size as that piece at the bottom. And then this would go right about here to journal on. Okay. There is, if anyone's wondering, and if you only wanted to use one, there is a, in the sticker pack, let me grab that. In the sticker pack, there is a journaling block that you could use, that you could write on that and just stick it straight down and then write on the lines. That's super cute. And there's also these little tiny weeny snowflakes on circles, but of course you could stamp those and cut them out with a small punch or a small circle. So those would be nice. You can also use these long, thin stickers down the sides if you wanted to. But I think I'm going to write down something about my day on this. If you wanted to add any more bling or any other bits and pieces, you certainly can. I would strongly suggest you think about sequins rather than bling, because they won't add any, sequins won't, they're completely flat, so they won't add any bulk to your page sitting in an album. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Very, very simple. I do feel like I want to have a word or something down the bottom here, and I'm going to glue this down. So I'm going to, we're nearly there. We're nearly done. I'm going to have that going a little bit over that piece. And then down the bottom, I'm going to use one of these. What shall we do? What greeting? We've got Wonderland, which is nice. We've got Magical Moments. We've got Snow Day. And we've got What Fun. What do you think we should have? You guys all chatting to each other. So the question is, so this is what they would look like. You can see how big they are. Snow Day is quite large, and it would go all the way across here. Better Together, no, that's not what I want to say. What Fun actually would fit just here to the left. What Fun is kind of, that might work. Magical Moments, says Tanya. Okay, Magical Moments. Where is that? That one's here. That would look really nice, actually. I might pop that on here. And I could use any of the colors. I could use the Pool Party if I didn't want it to stand out too much. But because this is a thin font, I'm thinking maybe I might be better off picking another color. I could go with the red or I could go with the green. This is garden green. This is real red. What do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts on that? So here's my Magical Moments on my block. I'm just going to get it straight on the block. I find it helps me get things straight. If I get it straight on the block, then I'm more likely to get it straight onto here. So do you think maybe the green? Or do you think, yeah, I think the green, not the red. And I think the Pool Party is going to be too light. So I'm going to go in with my garden green. Oh, Tanya said red. All right, I'm going to stand up because I want to make sure I get this straight. I am doing green. I'm sorry, Tanya. Look at that. What do you guys think? Here's my finished page. You could wink a Stella over the snowflakes. That would look really nice. But I really like how this turned out. What do you guys think? It's a super fun kit, very easy to use. If you have skiing or snow photos, I think this is a really good one. It doesn't have to be Christmassy. It can just be all about the snow and the winter. Vicky, you said green. Maureen said green. So, Tanya, I'm sorry. I went with the green, but you were outnumbered in the end. I'm sorry about that. All right, so once I do a little bit of journaling, I'm not going to do that right now because I don't know yet what I want to say, but I'll have a little think about what I want to say about this beautiful day that I spent cross-country skiing with my sister-in-law and niece-in-law. I don't know if that's what we say, but that sounds good. And I think some little bits of bling. If you are looking for some flat bling, there is some sequins in the set that is on the same page in this in the catalogue, the Snowy Days suite. And those I think are probably retiring. I'm just going to see if I can find them for you. Give me a second. There's some really cute sequins in here. Let me find it. It's up towards the front. These. So they are white loose snowflakes. They're little tiny. I don't know if you can see them. Little tiny snowflake shapes. Those would look really, really cute on here. Don't you think? I think that'd be awesome. So I'm going to have a little look through my embellishments and see what I'd like to add. And of course, I'll add my journaling, which I think when you add your journaling, your whole page comes alive because then you're really celebrating a memory and telling everyone what it is you want them to know about the photos. Oh, you just say niece and nephew for your hubby sisters? Yeah, maybe I should do that. That sounds good. I know, it's a great kit, Kate. It's a really, really good one. They would be cute on there. I think they'd be lovely. So I think I need to get them and add them to this page. And I'm thinking maybe another snowflake in the Pool Party just here might be nice. And another one up here might be nice. So we do have a couple of places that I'd like to add. But now that let me see. So one here, can you see that? And then one up here. Like that. I think that looks rather good. So there we go. There's our page. I hope you like it. I think this is a really fun kit. It's available now. It is not on the last chance list, even though a lot of the things in the Snowy Days suite are on the retiring list, but the scrapbooking workshop is not. So thank you for all your suggestions. You helped me make up my mind on a couple of things. I'm glad we chose the Pool Party paper because I think it looks really, really good. It's beautiful. Turned out so nice, you guys. All right. Well, I hope you love the sentiment stamp. I know it's fantastic. If you have snow photos to scrapbook, this is a fantastic set. And do keep an eye on all of the sets that come with the scrapbooking workshop kits because they're like super complementary to those products and they look fantastic together. All right, guys. That's my page today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm off to class tomorrow. I'll be back with you all on Friday evening for a Friday night live. Let's find me. Where am I? Here I am. So yeah, I'll be back on Friday night. I hope that you all enjoyed that today. We'll have a new sketch and some other bits and pieces. Maybe I'll get to show you some new products again on Friday night. I hope you can join me. 7:30 p.m. Sydney time. Hope to see you then. Bye.